Forgetting this massive halt in trading on the NASDAQ that's been all over the headlines, investors have been seeing big gains on the major stock averages so far this year. But as the implementation of the Affordable Care Act gets closer, a 3.8% surtax from that law could sneak up on investor profits. So, to talk about that, we bring Grover Norquist in, the president of Americans for Tax Reform. And these stories come out, Grover, and even though I feel like I pay attention, sometimes I say to myself, why didn't I know about that, this 3.8%?
Well, oddly enough, the Obama administration and the Congress, when they passed Obamacare, tended not to highlight the 20 different tax increases that pay for Obamacare. It's not free. One of them is a 3.8 surcharge on investment income. Your capital gains tax, which was at 15%, Obama just moved it up to 20% for everybody, and then add 3.8%, so almost 24% now, back to where it was before Reagan came into office, when it was at 25%. So we're really moving in the wrong direction on capital gains taxes. Same thing with dividends. Remember, dividends had been brought down from 39.5% under Bush down to 15%, which was a tremendous asset in terms of getting money out through dividends. That's been bumped up to 20%, and then again to 23.8%. And then there's other investment income in subchapter S corporations and other investments like that. That's at 43.4%.
Tons of things that are
so that 3.8
in some ways, but
big hit.
Probably, in fairness to all of us, we did hear about this. It was just under the guise of the so-called ting the rich, right? I mean, that's what they were talking about the whole time during that debate, and this is what it really means.
If you make more than, as an individual, you make more than $200,000, you're going to be hit by this.
Right. So that's when they presented it to everybody, said, oh, there are going to be some small tax increases in the quote-unquote rich, and this is what it really means. What's the effect of it, do you think, economically?
Well, I mean, anytime you tax something, you create a disincentive. You're going to see less of a lot of different things, and it's going to reduce the amount of investment income people have, because if you're investing and getting capital gains and dividends, and the government's taking a larger chunk, you can't reinvest money that's just disappeared.
Now, I have one more big question to ask, and it's related to the politics that surround this, and it came up yesterday. Are these tax increases that you described, the surcharge and the increased tax on dividends and everything else, are these worth shutting the government down over? Should Republicans push to not implement these types of things and say, we're going to stand pat, we're going to stand strong, and if it comes to it, we're willing to go all the way and shut the government down?
Well, there has been a proposal put forward by Senator Ted Cruz and a few other senators suggesting that we should defund Obamacare.
Right.
That doesn't deal with the taxes. That doesn't stop the taxes. That only stops the various parts of, if it were to pass and the president were to sign it, he's more likely to give you his liver than to sign the defunding of Obamacare. So I wouldn't plan on that happening. And the Republicans in the House and Senate have really been moving away from that as a negotiating point. Watch them to look for delaying the individual mandate, the way the president's delayed some of the major companies' their mandates, and also some of the caps put on for insurance companies and labor unions. Watch for a delay of the individual mandate. That might happen.
Okay, so that's something that is realistic. They have the vote, they have the political leverage, you think, to push for that and really delay those implements. I mean, even though they're minority overall, the House Republicans can push that through?
The House Republicans could pass defunding the whole thing. They could also pass delaying the mandate. What matters is Democrats in the Senate, 7 of whom are running for re-election in states that voted for Romney, that are nervous. They voted for Obamacare in many cases. They live in states where people are very, very unhappy. Because the president's been delaying parts of Obamacare for his friends, it's a little difficult with a straight face to say, we can't delay it for you. We could delay it for labor unions and big businesses and insurance companies, but not you. I think it's very possible that the Democrats in the Senate, who are vulnerable, speak to Reid, their leader, and Obama, and say, let's delay. Not abolish, but delay.
Right. So that's something that, and we always try to separate those, the realistic from the goals that people have. So Grover Norquist, nobody knows more about the tax situation in Washington than Grover. Thank you very much. Always appreciate it.
Good to be with you.